Good morning, Tahmina Khan is here in TK Maths is Fun. In today's video, we will see the explanation of kinematic. The complete explanation is comprised on 4 videos. This is video number 1. You will find the link of the other 3 videos in the description below. You can also visit website address and blog address, which is given below, to find the links. So let's begin with the concept. According to the syllabus, you need to know how to apply differentiation and integration in kinematic problems, the problems which involve displacement, velocity, and acceleration. And you will consider that particle is moving in a straight line with a constant acceleration. We will also see distance time, displacement time, velocity time graph, and we will answer questions in connection with those graphs. So first of all, we need to understand the lines on the displacement time graph or distance time graph. If the line is straight, all these 3 lines are straight, but when I say straight here, I mean by this slant line, which is in this direction, which has positive gradient. You can recall with the help of, you can recall coordinate geometry rather, right? So this is positive gradient. So if the graph is a distance time graph or a displacement time graph, the gradient gives you speed or velocity accordingly. If I see this one will also give me distance or speed, right? Depending, I have distance or displacement graph. But steeper line mean more speed, more velocity, right? And this horizontal line will show that there is 0 speed. You will see here that when you transform this graph onto velocity time graph, for example, or speed time graph, then this line will become straight. Now, straight at what point? Depending on the gradient. We will solve one question of this type in our questions. This 0 speed mean on the velocity or speed time graph, it will come on the x-axis like this. And this is steeper, so it will have more acceleration. So this line will be drawn above horizontally because this will have more magnitude. So we will see this type of question here in the videos. Now let's see speed time graph. The speed time graph helps you to get the distance if you find the area under the curve. Beside that, if you find the gradient of the line, it gives you acceleration. Speed time or velocity time, right? Both. So it gives you acceleration. A straight line means constant speed, which means 0 acceleration. And when it is in this direction, negative gradient, it means it is decelerating, right? So these are the things you can find out from the speed time or this velocity time graph. I'm sure you know that scalar quantities are those which only need magnitude, no direction, and distance, speed are considered as scalar quantities, whereas vector quantities are those which need magnitude and direction, and displacement, velocity, and acceleration are vector quantities. Now, very important keywords when we will talk about particle is instantaneously at rest. It means we are saying v is equals to 0, and we will use this in our questions. I will show you certain key points which are important to remember while you are solving kinematic questions. Now we need to see what is displacement. If the particle, no need to read this whole thing, I'm just explaining you here in short. If the particle moves from here till here and then going backward, it means from 0 second to 6 seconds, it has covered what? Sorry, 0 second to 2 second, it has covered 6 meters. And from 2 second to 4 second, it has covered 4 meters because 6 minus 2 is 4. So if I ask you what is the displacement, because it has come back till here, this was 6, this is 4. So displacement is 2 meters because displacement is the distance from the initial point to the final point. And distance is 6 plus 4, which is 10 meters. Velocity, when you have to find out, you differentiate the displacement equation. So first differentiation will give you velocity. If you differentiate it again, you will get an acceleration. So you need to remember here that when you are differentiating a displacement equation, you get a velocity equation. When you differentiate a velocity equation, you get an acceleration equation. Positive acceleration means velocity increasing with respect to time. Negative acceleration means velocity decreasing with respect to time. Since we are talking about movement on a straight line, that's why we are talking about these aspects only. Now let's see this question, which will help you to interpret the graph and answer the questions. It has 5 parts here. First part is saying, briefly explain the motion of the particle. And this is a velocity time graph. So I can see for the first 10 seconds, the velocity was constant. And then velocity was decreasing for whatever time is this. Or if you have to explain for 10 to 25 seconds, it is negative acceleration, right? Now, what does it mean by this portion and what does it mean by this portion? I will tell you how to calculate this time because it is a part of the question here when the particle is instantaneously at rest. Because here you can see velocity is 0 at this point, right? So that is the time when object took turn. If I explain you on this straight line, what is happening here and here, you are going with constant speed till 10 seconds. Then you are slowing down, and then you stopped here instantaneously like this, and then you move back. This is the meaning of this portion. And then you are speeding up here. So you are slowing because magnitude is increasing here. Negative mean in the opposite direction. So let's come to find the deceleration of P between 10 to 25 seconds. And you know it's a velocity time graph. So how can I find the deceleration? By calculating the gradient, right? So this point is 10, 20. And this point is 25, minus 10. So you can easily find the, I have put it here. So you can easily find the gradient using those points. And you will find the gradient is -2, which is representing deceleration. I'm sure you know when you use the word deceleration, you do not write negative sign along. Rather, if I say the acceleration is -2, that is also fine, right? So next part of the question, find the time when P is instantaneously at rest. Now, if you see this point is actually some time, 0, because on the horizontal axis, which is x-axis, here it is time axis, t certain time and 0 velocity. I know the gradient of these 2 points with respect to this point of the line is -2. So I can put -2 equals to gradient of these 2 points or these 2 points. So that will help me to calculate t. Let's do it here. 0, 20 divided by t minus 10. How did I get it? Because my one point was t, 0. Another point they have used is 10, 20. Right? And we know the gradient of the line is -2. So we are just applying gradient formula again to find out the value of t. It is use capital T here. You can use whatever you like. Now, next part of the question was saying, this was the diagram, find the total distance traveled in 25 seconds. Like I explained it to you, it was going here with constant speed, then it was slowing down. So after certain time, which was, we have calculated 20 seconds, after 20 seconds, it took turn, right? So total distance means this. But through the graph, how will I find out? Area under this curve plus area under this curve. That will give you the total distance because it is a velocity time graph. So area of trapezium plus area of triangle, all of you know how to do it. So you found the total distance is 325 meters. Now, next part of the question, let me see the question here. Find the distance of P from its starting point after 25 seconds, right? Now, if you see here, what is happening? What is asked in this question? I have to ask the distance of P from its starting point, means from here till here, what is the distance? Because that is the time which is used, 25 seconds. So if you know this distance, and if you know this distance, you minus it, you will get this distance. So basically, in other words, I'm talking about displacement here, right? So area under this curve minus area under this curve will give you displacement, distance of P from a starting point. And we had calculated here, whatever the answer was coming here, now minus this from it, and you will get 275. Same thing, but with minus sign now, right? So I will end this video, and in this next video, we will continue the concept with respect to differentiation and integration, like relationship between displacement, velocity, acceleration. And then with respect to this, we will see kinematic terms we will use, common terms, and then how differentiation is applied in kinematic problems. So we will continue next video. You can see the link given below in the description. Thank you very much for watching. Please press like and subscribe button and share it with your friends if you think so. Thank you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.